He raised the paw, and yellow glow seeped out of it, casting west onto the blue wall. 1. The past is fiction. The present is fact. 2. The past is memory. The present is the moment. 3. The past is there. The present is here. 4. The past is retained. The present is released. 5. The past is weakness. The present is power. Rule 3, said the cat. If they saw you, then you were physically in the king's bedroom, and you cannot physically be in Gromland and in Camelot at the same time. He paused, his wrinkled lips twitching. Unless... What? Agatha, Sophie, and Tedros handed. Unless the ball recognizes one's or Japheth's soul, even a silver of it, Reaper proposed. If the ball recognizes one or both of their souls, then maybe the crystal believed them the ball's wasteful second instead of Agatha. When you tried to enter their scenes, it made your presence known, like a defense system or an alarm. That's what bends the rules of time. His voice caught another burp of meows floating out before he regained control. It would also explain why the crystal had the scenes of them inside. They might be far away from the ball, but their souls are always connected to it. Utter dog crap, Tedros blustered, prompting a curdled expression from the cat. There's no way Ryan's or Japheth's soul is connected to Professor Dofay's crystal ball. Unless they're related to her, Reaper said coolly. Past is present, and present is past. Lady Lasso used to say that to Agatha's mother when Cullis was a teacher of alification at the School for Evil. Cullis had recently found me in the woods as a hungry kitten and nurtured me back to health. It unlocked something in her. She openly wondered to Lasso what it might be like to have a baby of her own one day. The Dean warned her, the sins of the parents can live on in the child. The soul lives on through the blood. It's why nefers make terrible parents. Past is present, and present is past. Sophie spoke softly, almost to herself. Ryan said that to me. Dread fluttered in Agatha's stomach, as if her own soul had figured something out. Something it wasn't telling her. You are saying Ryan and Japheth could be related to Professor Dofay? But Dofay didn't have children. Dofay's siblings may have, though, said Reaper, his voice faint and scratchy. And any children in Clarissa Dofay's bloodline, meow, 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 would also be recognized by meow, meow, Dofay's crystal. Dofay was an only child. She mentioned it at our last meal. Tedros countered. There was no siblings to carry on the bloodline, so it's impossible that Ryan and Japheth's souls are parts of the crystal. Only it's not just a fairy godmother's soul that goes into her crystal ball, Agatha realized it, looking up at Tetris and Sophie. Her two friends stared back at her. Professor Sadder, Sophie breathed. A crystal ball has the soul of a fairy godmother and the seer who made it for her, and Sadder made the crystal for Dauphin. That's Phantom in the ball, Agatha said. It clinches between Professor Dauphin's face and a second face. I couldn't place it at first, but now I know. It's Sadder's. But that still doesn't get us anywhere, Tetris closed. Why should Sadder's soul have anything to do with Wyans or Japheth's? It's not like he could have been their father. He dropped his pancake. Except Professor Sadder knew Lady Grimling. Dauphin told me, the prince exclaimed. Sadder was the seer that painted my coronation portrait, and Dauphin went with Sadder to Camelot when he did it. Something Sadder said to Dauphin made Dauphin think that he and Lady Grimling had a history. Hold on, Agatha said, agape. You think Wyan and Japheth could be the sons of Lady Grimling and August Sadder? I thought August Sadder didn't like women, Sophie volunteered. He didn't like you, said Tetris. Let's think about this, Agatha said. Wyan and Japheth both have light eyes like Sadder, the same good looks and thick hair. And if Sadder is their father, that explains how Japheth would have magic in his blood, since Sadder is a seer. She paused. That's always bothered me. The Alpha wasn't magical. So if Japheth was Alpha and Grimling's son, where would Japheth's screams and magic have come from? But having Sadder as a father explains that. Could the son of Sadder and Grimling really be so evil, though? Sophie wondered. Could the son of Alpha and Grimling? Agatha returned. Lady Grimling was cruel at times, at least to me. Maybe it was her soul that infected the boys. Past is present, and present is past, Sophie moaned. Look, all I care is that if Wyan and Japheth are the sons of Sadder and Grimling, then they're not my father's sons, and Wyan isn't my father's blood. Tetris spilled. And if Wyan isn't his blood, then he isn't the higher, and he isn't king, and the people of the woods have to know they've been adopted by a lying, filthy scum.